Hello, this is Dave at TitleSearch.com. This video is for our investor clients who are looking at foreclosure deals or auction properties. And the question comes up very frequently is, what liens or encumbrances will the investor be responsible for? And in many cases, there's going to be various types of liens on a foreclosure property. By definition, if a property was in foreclosure, it had some type of financial distress. The foreclosure itself is an example of a financial distress. So it may have other liens, tax liens, second mortgages, HOA liens. So what is left after the foreclosure and who is responsible? Well, there's a few factors. The first is what stage of the foreclosure is when the purchase happens. Is it a pre-foreclosure sale? Is it a short sale? Is it some type of an auction, either a sheriff sale or an auction provided by the lender? Is it an REO sale, meaning after the bank takes back the property that they're reselling the parcel through, let's say, an MLS offering or a realtor? And there's also many segments in between. So what stage is the investor purchasing that foreclosure is the first place to start, because many liens are wiped out in different stages of that process. The second factor is what type of lien are we talking about? If there are 5 or 6 different liens on a property, some may remain and some may go away. So the encumbrances that are more likely to remain with the property are anything that has to do with the government. If the government has a lien on it, the IRS has a tax lien against an owner or a prior owner. If there is property taxes due on the property, there's almost no way that's going to disappear as far as a foreclosure. Other types of municipal liens, if it's water or sewer, are very durable past ownership transfers. Mechanics liens sometimes have priority over other liens. One thing to remember on mechanics liens is they sometimes don't have to be recorded. Mechanics liens can happen off title and still have validity. Now, what about private liens or second mortgages? Some of those may actually be lien stripped or disappear after foreclosure, but again, you have to remember that there's other factors. What type of sale it is, what stage in the foreclosure process it is, and even what type of property. There may be a difference between commercial and residential property. It may be if it was a primary residence of the borrower, certain liens may go away. If it was a purchase money mortgage on a second mortgage, that may have priority over a refinance. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. The best way to determine what the investor might be responsible for is to compare the title search with the sale documents. Take your title search showing all the liens listed, and hopefully you get a title search with the lien documents attached to it. If you just have the lien listed, it may not have all the information you need. If you have the attached documents with all that original lien information, that might be helpful to get more information. So you compare that with the documents from the sale. Is there a contract for sale with a realtor? Is there an auction disclosure showing what items are going to remain? Is there any announced clearances? Sometimes the auctioneer will announce clearances from that auction. Compare those two, see what's left over. If there's anything left over, then as an investor, many of our clients have great success getting lien releases in advance. Contact the lien holders, tell them you're a third-party investor, you're not the debtor, you're not the borrower, you're not somebody who created that lien. You're an innocent investor trying to buy the property. You may be able to get an estoppel certificate or a lien release from that lender or that creditor. You may have to negotiate a little bit on the amount. For example, some of our clients have really great success looking at IRS tax liens. Contact the IRS, the Treasury Department, tell them you're looking at a property. If there's a $5,000 IRS tax lien, sometimes you may be able to get the Treasury Department to negotiate a lower amount, a few $100s, to have that lien removed from the property. It doesn't make the lien go away for the debtor, the delinquent taxpayer, but it may be able to get it off this property. And you as an investor, having this knowledge, might be able to purchase that property where other investors who see this big tax lien might be scared off or have to bid a lower amount. So check what liens are going to be cleared off the property, see what you're still responsible for, find out how you can reduce those down through negotiation, getting lien releases, estoppel letters. Sometimes if you're unsure about something, get a qualified real estate attorney to look at that particular lien, see how it affects that property, because there's many variables that go into it. It also may be determined by what the statutes are for the state where the property is, or in the county, what county ordinance require some liens to stay. If you have more questions about foreclosure properties, liens, different types, or title searches, you can reach us through our website at titlesearch.com, and we'd be glad to help.